I'm just recalling another lesson that one of my first bosses told me, because as a 22-something coming into a new company, you just have no idea what you're doing. You're just trying your best. And I remember just being very, I think, insecure about what I was doing, and am I doing the right things? Are people noticing that I'm doing the wrong things sometimes? And she told me something that I'll never forget. She said, Rachel, she's like, this is a lesson I've learned. She's like, you just have to remember that no one's really looking at you. Like, honestly, no one's really looking at you unless you do something incredibly good or incredibly bad publicly. No one's really looking at you that closely. Like, no one's, that little thing that you thought everyone saw and everyone noticed, just like, that they just didn't. So like, and she didn't tell me that because that it's 100% true, but it's really just, don't stop worrying so much about the little things and focus on the big things that you can contribute to. And the other thing too is, to that end, when people do take notice, what do you want them to take notice of? I think it's important to be positive. I have movie references. Okay. So, Wedding Crashers, another favorite.
Who doesn't like it? Everybody likes it.
Everyone loves that movie. Come on. But one of the lines that I'll never forget that I apply to business actually is, I think Vince Vaughn is telling, what's his name?
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, Owen Wilson. Thank you. That he's like, dude, stop attracting attention to yourself in a negative way. Remember, you attract in a positive way. So I was like, that's so true though. Like, how often do we not think about the attracting? We want to just be heard and say something critical perhaps, but it ends up coming off negative unless you have a solution, when you do attract attention to yourself in a meeting or in the workplace or on the street, are you attracting attention to yourself in a positive way? Are people going to react in a way that's, oh yeah, I remember that guy, and yeah, it was a good thing, right? Versus, yeah, he's kind of a Debbie Downer. Yeah. Every time he opens his mouth, like wants to be heard, but not really saying anything productive.